Good afternoon, it is Friday the 21st of March. It's just turned 3 o'clock and I'm just about to go out and do an Uber shift. I haven't done any Uber all week. So basically, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've either been busy with doing my own things, I've had private jobs, I just haven't had any need to come on and do it, or any urge as well, to be honest. Like I touched on last time, it's getting to the point where it's a bit painful just coming out during the day, working Uber. It's just too slow. So yeah, obviously I'm just about to come out now, and with it being warm, it's 15 degrees, feels warmer. Yeah, I'll see how long I get out of the battery, but when I go on charge later on, I don't think I'll be doing a full charge. I'll basically just be giving myself enough power, maybe just a little top up for like 10-15 minutes, to stay out until about midnight. For me, staying out past midnight for that last like hour or two, it's very hit and miss, which I've touched on in the other videos. It's, you're going into the spewing hour, so you're obviously carrying a big risk, and for that big risk you want big reward. I'm wanting like £40-50 an hour, whereas you can sit around and make £15 if you're lucky. But sometimes it can carry on. The odd time I have ran all the way till like 3-4 o'clock, and I've done like £30 an hour, but that's rare. So yeah, as soon as it goes quiet around midnight, I think I'll just be heading back, and that's about it. I seen the other day those newish electric cars, I don't know how to pronounce it, they're BYD or something, over in China. They've brought out 1,000 kilowatt rapid chargers. So over in the UK you're looking at probably 200 kilowatts. It depends on what your car can take. Like this can only take up to 100 kilowatts. The Audi I've got, I think, is up to about 200 kilowatts. I think some of the best superchargers are like 200 and something, maybe for like some Teslas and whatnot. But basically these 1,000 kilowatt ones can fully recharge your car. I think it's in about 5 minutes. So yeah, won't take long for them to get over there, but it's the power that's needed, for each charger to have 1,000 kilowatts. Jesus, they're gonna have to start popping up these nuclear reactors. I know they've got 8 nuclear reactors set to open, I think, in like the next 10 or 15 years around the UK, and they're going to need them basically, especially if they're rolling out 1,000 kilowatt chargers. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna crack on and see what's happening. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit busier because obviously the weather's nice. What are we starting on? Yeah, so my rating's still on 4.99. What are we on? Confirmation is on 22. Cancellation 0. It's saying I need to collect 17 more points to keep platinum. So obviously I'll keep that later on, and then I think the next one is diamond. I don't think I've got to diamond before. I think I nearly got to it once. I was like 10 points away from it, and then I didn't realise it reset, because it resets every like 3 months or something. But yeah, I don't think you get much for it anyway. It's like the odd rematch if you go to the airport, which you don't do, and you get like free language lessons. So don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. So yeah, that's about it, and I'll keep you updated when I can. So just after 4 o'clock, hasn't been too bad, it's been taking over I suppose. Done 3 jobs. First one was little Ormskirk to Ormskirk. It was £10.12, 5-minute job for 1 mile, but I probably ran about 4 miles to it because I live in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't too bad. I think all in it was about 15 minutes it took me, so I kind of seen it as, well, if I get £10 for 15 minutes and then I get another 3 of them within the hour, then it's not too bad. Didn't quite work out like that. I had another job just after that, £3.82, turned into a 9-minute job for 1.1 miles. The traffic in Ormskirk is just horrendous. I'm probably going to head out of here now. And then after that I had one from the university, back through all the traffic again, in Ormskirk, back to Burscough. That was £6.19, and that was a 13-minute job for 2.8 miles. So we're currently on £20, 13 pence for the first hour. Not too bad. There's just so much traffic in Ormskirk, it's a nightmare. You basically just crawl around in the traffic. But yeah, other than that, not too bad. So I might start heading maybe like towards Southport, because the traffic in Ormskirk will be like this now till could be like 5, half 5. So I don't fancy basically just sitting in this for the next hour and a half. So yeah, I might start heading towards like Southport. I'll see what comes up and I'll keep you posted. So it's just after 5 o'clock. It's been ticking over again, a little bit slowish. After last update, I had a priority, £5.96, 4 minutes, just over a mile. I then had a £9.27, 13-minute job for 4 miles. And then I had a £5.61 for 7 minutes, 3.1 miles. So yeah, I'm just shy of £41. So again, still on £20 an hour. Seems to have gone a little bit quieter, I've noticed. Jobs haven't been kind of pinging up as much. Some jobs have been coming up, but they were rubbish. Like they were miles away. They were either taking me from Ormskirk all the way to the far side of Skelmersdale, or like the far side of Wigan. See, like there's one here 2 miles away going to Liverpool, like L31. It's like the end of the 58 there. It's not where I want to be, it's miles away. It was like £9. Well, it's not too bad if you want to go down there and start bouncing around Liverpool, but I don't. So yeah, I'm pretty much pointing towards Southport now, so I think I'll start edging out there. I was just seeing if anything was going to pop up which was going to take me that way, save driving there empty, but that's just that same job again, towards Liverpool. Had a few jobs pop up to go to like Lee, which is like, you know, the far side of Wigan. But again, I don't want to be all the way over there. So yeah, other than that, still just ticking over. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. It's just 6 o'clock and it's been painful. So yeah, I drove from Ormskirk over to Southport. It took about 10 minutes or so, and then I haven't had a job for almost, well, minus the trip I suppose, driving over, about 40 minutes. Just sat there, nothing. I mean, I was kind of moving around a little bit, but nothing. And then a job comes up, £5.32. It was a 10-minute job for 2.5 miles. And then I dropped off near Birkdale in Southport, and then got a little £3.76 job from Birkdale round the corner. It's a 6-minute job for 2 miles. And that's it. So I've done them 2 jobs in the past hour, which has given me £9. Shocking. So yeah, I'm now on just over £50, and it's been 3 hours. So yeah, I'm now on £16.66, so the hourly rating has come down because of that last hour's basically just destroyed it up to now. So yeah, it seems really quiet, to be honest. Let's see what happens. It's just turned 8 o'clock. It's been ticking over. Not the greatest. So yeah, my first job at 6 o'clock was a £3.76, 6-minute job for 2 miles. And then I had a 4.24, 6-minute job, 1.8 miles. I then had a priority, which was £5.91, 7-minute job for 1.5 miles. But he's given me a £5 tip as well. I think he would have given me a tenner, but I didn't have change. Because he was rustling around in the back and he said, "Oh, have you got a £10 note?" I was like, I don't carry any sort of cash, I've only got a couple of coins, sorry. He was like, "Oh, it's okay, I'll tip you on the app." So yeah, maybe it might be beneficial if you want to carry some notes to give to offer people change. Still good of him, like, you know, he's given me a fiver. So it's £10.91 for a 7-minute job or 1.5 miles. I then accepted an XL job, which was from Southport going to Bersco, £24.03. It was an 18-minute job. It was going 8 miles. Took a group over to the fun arena. It's normally for kids during the day. It's like the full place is just full of like bouncy castle kind of thing. But yeah, of like Friday, Saturday night, they have adults only in there, well over 18s, and serve alcohol and everything, and everyone just bounces around on there drunk, which to me is just going to end in disaster, fights and spew. But well, if there's an angle to make some money, I'm sure someone will do it. So then yeah, I tipped them in Bearscough, and then I drove from Bearscough through Ormskirk, nothing, and headed back towards Southport. So I dropped them people off at about 7:20, and then basically wasted 25 minutes because no jobs popped up. Come back into Southport, and then I picked up a £5.70 7-minute job for 2.7 miles. So yeah, I've done 5 hours and I'm on 99.97. So basically I'm just shy. It's £18.99 an hour I've averaged. Done 13 trips on 3 hours 20 drive up to now. It's saying collect 4 more points to keep platinum. That's about it. I'll go back online now. It's just really slow, honestly. I know it's kind of ticking over. It's like £19, but it's crap. What am I on mileage wise? So yeah, because of the warm weather, I'm getting 3.1 miles per kilowatt. So I've done 75 miles now, and I'm pretty much bang on half a tank. And that's, like I said, so I should have about at least 70 left till I have to start panicking. Again, which is roughly 5 hours. So I mean, if I was to do another 5 hours now, that's going to take me till what, like 1 o'clock. So yeah, technically I can, like I said before at the start of the shift, and like what I said last week, I don't think I was going to work past midnight, because I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's going to the rapid charger to stay out, because the jobs that I'm being offered just aren't worth it. So yeah, I think especially because it's quiet, speed out of this household, 30 mile an hour road. So yeah, basically I think I'm just going to stay out now until this 50, well, until this half a tank really runs out. It's saying 57 miles left, but it's going to be more than that. I think it's just being a little bit dramatic, because like I said, I've done, scrolled the wrong way, I've done 75 and the arrow's on half a tank, so I've got 75 left, but it's saying 57. So yeah, I can't see me going on charge, because normally I'd be going on charge now in about 2 hours. But yeah, can't be faffed, especially with this. Like I said, if I was doing 25, £30 an hour now, then I'd think, yeah, okay, it's busy, especially because I'd say it's warm, it's come down to 12, I'm freezing. I'd be more inclined to go on charge and stay out, but it's crap. So yeah, I'll give you another update shortly. So it's about 9:15 and I've just got home. I think in fact it is the earliest I've ever finished doing an Uber shift. It's so crap, it's unbelievable. So yeah, last update was 8 o'clock. I then waited about 10 minutes, got a job, £3.76. It was a 5-minute job, going 1.7 miles. And then I was on the phone to the wife for about half an hour. I was parked up. The odd little job was coming through, you know, like £3.50, £4. When I was on the phone to her, a £4.20 job came up, and it was like, it took 15 minutes, including picking them up and obviously dropping them off. Yeah, £4.20, multiple stops, and I was like this is like 9 o'clock on a Friday night, and you're offering drivers like £4 to drop people off. I was like, it's ridiculous. So then I think I waited around a little bit longer. Another job popped up, like £3.70. I was like, I honestly just couldn't be arsed. I thought, this is ridiculous. It's so quiet. And like I said, I've been in a few different places tonight. It was so crap. I drove down onto like the main street. There must have been 15 plus Hackneys all parked up, which you normally only see once it gets to about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, it's not even 9 o'clock yet, and they're all starting to stack up. I've seen some like Deltas and whatnot all like parked up. I thought, wow, it's just So I'm thinking, like, if it's been dead all evening, let's say all evening, I know it's been ticking around £20 an hour since about 3 o'clock, but it's just so quiet, like no one's really been going out. So I'm thinking, well, if no one's going out, then there's no one to bring home. And I just thought I can't be bothered. I thought I'd rather just come home, you know, see the missus, watch a bit of telly, and obviously I'll be out tomorrow, you know, hopefully it'll be a bit busy. I know it's like the weekend before payday, but it doesn't normally stop people going out and having a drink, to be honest, not too much. But yeah, I can't be faffed. You know, I've still got about a third of a tank left. You know, so I could easily stay out for another, I don't know, between 1 and 2 hours. But I'm not staying out for anything. Like I said, in that last hour there, I've done £3.76 on a Friday night. It's the first time I've ever seen it like that. Like I know I've only been driving for Uber since August, so that's what, where are we? March, April, what, 7 months? That's the quietest I've ever seen it. It's been quieter tonight than it was on any of the Fridays in January. So yeah, I've come home anyway because I could not be bothered. I finished on 103.73, done 6 hours. So when I started the shift, it was around £20 an hour. It dropped to 16. It went back up to 19 at 8 o'clock, and then I finished on £17.28 an hour. So yeah, that's really crap for a Friday night, to be honest. But yeah, that's about it. Not really much to mention. One thing before, I forgot, the guy who was going to tip me a tenner but didn't have any change and ended up tipping me a fiver. He was made up when he was getting in. He was sitting in the back. He was waiting for his wife to come out. And he was saying how nice it was inside and clean and it smelled nice. And he said the amount of private eyes you get in, and he said they're just awful. He said more often than not, he said they stink. He said it always smells like the night after when you get in one. He said especially around Southport. He said, and you'll book an Uber and a Delta turns up. He said, I don't know why they're doing that. I said, oh, they're all multi-apping. They've got both apps on. I explained that to them. He said, they're all horrendous. He said, they're just horrible little cars that you get in. All like little pokey like Ford Focuses and Astras and stuff. And then his wife gets in. She was like, wow, I wasn't expecting this. She said the same thing. She said like it's terrible. She said like, you know, she wasn't like slagging the car off per se. She's not bothered on like what make or model it is, but she was like, they're just so grubby inside, they stink and everything. And she's like, she get in this, and I was like, well, I would always clean it on the inside before I come home for a shift. But you know, obviously a lot of people don't do that, and they do notice. So yeah, if you're one of them people who think, oh, it'll be alright, I'll leave it, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the day after. You know, if you wonder why you're getting poor feedback or you're not getting any tips or anything like that, it's more than likely going to be because the car stinks or you stink. So yeah, make sure you always give it a wipe down and hoover out. It's even like tonight, you know, when I come out tomorrow now or before I go out, I'll still wipe the seats down, I'll hoover the floor. You know, I'm not going to wash the outside because it was washed tonight before I went out, so it's still going to be clean. But it just looks nice when you turn up and it smells nice and stuff, you know. If the customers are happy, you know. Some people don't really care about the feedback, but, you know, you're going to get good feedback. And then people are more likely to, you know, to give you the tip because they've had a nicer experience. If you get in something and it's a dump, there's no way you're going to get a tip, are you? Think about like the last time you ordered food and it turns up about 3 hours late. Are you keen to tip the driver, you know? Even though it's not the driver's fault, you know, it's obviously down to the restaurants, you know, whether they've taken on too many bookings or they haven't hired enough drivers to do the deliveries. You know, unfortunately, it's the driver that gets blamed for it. So it's the same thing driving for Uber. You're in the firing line basically. So all you can try and do is minimise the anger from some of the unhappy customers by at least when they get in, they think, do you know what, it was a good experience. So yeah, that's about it. I will be back out again tomorrow. I don't know, I'll try and get out nice and early, midday, maybe 1 o'clock, and hopefully things will improve tomorrow with it being Saturday. Sounds like it's just about to start raining now. So I'll catch you tomorrow.